So, like they say, better late than never. I thought I would do a flip through of my Inktober 2019 book thing. Wow, that was brilliant. So yeah, Inktober 2019. I handmade this book. It's just like some pages from like an old encyclopedia that I like this big package from Attic Journals, which I really like. They rescue old books that are being like recycled or thrown away, and then they make like journals with them. And I have used a couple in the past, and they also offer like little, well, they're not little, they're huge Ziploc bags of just like the innards that they've taken out to remove to add in the blank paper. And so this was just some pages from them. Like this one is from like an old encyclopedia, and I thought that was kind of good. Kind of went with the theme of what it was. So yeah, we'll just flip through. Here's the cover. Just says Inktober 2019. This is the prompt list. I like to follow the official Inktober prompt list, and then I will do something that reminds me of like for 6 I did lilacs because lilacs are kind of husky in their scent, or for the 20th there was tread, so I did Bigfoot because he has big feet, tread. And so we'll kind of talk more through that as we flip through. Day 1 was ring. So I did Saturn, and my Inktovers are usually a combination of both watercolor and ink. And I think I started out with watercolor and ink near the beginning, and then towards the end I went more with just all ink. I use Winsor Newton and a few others. I'll have to put what they are here somewhere because I don't remember right now off the top of my head. So yeah, Saturn, or for day 1 I was ring. I did Saturn. Day 2 the prompt was mindless, so I did a poppy because opium. Wow, I know. Ooh, I'm having a hard time here. Day 3 was bait, and so I just kind of looked up like what fish are usually used for bait, and minnow was one of them. And I don't know if you can tell. Not really. Kind of right there if you look. I actually added a little bit of glitter to it because I think minnows are kind of, shiny with wet and slime and stuff. Day 4 is freeze. I did a possum, or is it opossum? I don't know. And, play possum. And I found this picture of a possum like sitting in a pumpkin, and I thought it was really good for October. This one's not my favorite, but he's cute. Day 5, gosh darn it, I'm struggling here, was build. So I did a bee because builds bee things. Bees build hives, and I love doing bees. I do a lot of bees. This one definitely looks like this is watercolor and ink, and this is definitely watercolor and ink, and you'll see that I have a lot of bee paintings. I'll have to pull them out sometime to show you. I have probably 10-ish, 10 bee paintings around. Ooh, 6 and 7 are mixed. Okay, so like I said, husky was day 6, and I did lilacs. And this I'm pretty sure is all ink. Probably. I can't quite tell. I think the leaves, I don't know. This was, almost a year ago that I did these. This one was really fun. I just layered it, and then I outlined it. I thought that was cool. Day 7 was enchanted, so I did a rose, and this is another one of my favorite pieces. It's gorgeous. And if you're wondering why they're like glued in, The book is just made from a really old, cheap, like sketchbook I had that I just like tore apart. But it wasn't holding the water very well. It was like leaking through. And so I wasn't going to have that. So then I just cut out some nicer watercolor paper and I just glued it in. So 8 is Frail, and I did African Violets because I know that they're hard to keep. I've never had them. I think they're gorgeous. It's a gorgeous shade of purple, but I did some African Violets, and I like the way that turned out. Day 9, the prompt was Swing. So I did a plant strewn swing, although it looks like I can't spell. I wrote sing and squeezed a teeny tiny little W. Can you see that right there? Yeah. I could have fixed it, I guess. I think when I got done with it, I was just like, whatever, I don't care. Because it's not my favorite. I don't know, it's very childish looking, I think. Day 10, the prompt was pattern, and so I did a sunflower, because, you know, sunflowers have patterns, obviously. Most nature flowery things do. You know, patterns of the seeds, patterns of the petals, the leaf patterns, so yeah. I also do a lot of sunflowers. You'll see that sunflowers show up a lot of my work. Day 11 was snow. I did a snow leopard. I like snow leopards. I call my little girl Snow Leopard because she's a fluffy and she kind of looks like one. So I think it is cute. I don't know if it's a he or she. I did a pretty good job. That one was kind of hard for some reason. I remember that being difficult for me, and it took me a long time to get the little face right. Day 12, the prompt was dragon, so I did a little chameleon. At the time, I was like obsessed with this chameleon at the local pet store. I think he's just absolutely adorable, and I was trying to convince my husband to get it, but like, obviously we didn't. Which is probably good, because I think they're kind of hard to take care of. And I think our cat would probably want to eat it. But yeah, that chameleon was fun. It definitely looks like the rocks are watercolor. And I think oh my goodness gracious. It's been one of those days where I can't think you know, the thing. The reference photo I had, he was actually sitting on someone's hand, but I just made it rocks because I was like, screw that. So day 13 was ash, so I did a phoenix as they rise from the ashes. And I think these are the phoenixes that are like the Harry Potter phoenixes. I remember I looked up Harry Potter phoenix, and this was the picture I got. Day 14, excuse me, I did a little lion for overgrown. I think he's really great. Day 15, wow. The prompt was legend, so I did a Loch Ness monster. And this one was fun. And she has a little name tag that says Nessie. Day 16, the prompt was orchids. Oh no, the prompt was wild, and I did orchids, and this one was really fun. I don't paint orchids enough, and I should. They're really pretty. I like the way this turned out. This one looks like this is all ink. Yep, it is, I can tell. Day 17 was ornament, and so I did holly, because holly is typically used as an ornament around Christmas time. I didn't really have any other options. Some of these like had a few things, but that was one. Day 18, I did a chimera cat for Misfit. This one definitely looks like it might be all ink. Oh, the bow tie might be watercolor. And this cat's name is, and I cannot think of it right now, so I'll have to insert it. But I just think that cat's so cute, and it's really cool, and that was fun. Day 19 was sling. So I did a little porcupine. And it obviously looks like I had some struggles because I made a huge mess. I think he's cute too. I don't know. I noticed I give all of my paintings the gender of male for some reason. Who knows? So I mentioned tread. I did Bigfoot for day 20, and I don't know why, but I think his face looks like my husband. I'll have to insert a picture here so you can try to see if you agree with me, but kind of just looks like Brandon in a Bigfoot suit. You know, you paint what you know. So day 21, the prompt was treasure. I had a hard time with this one. I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do. And so I just looked up like treasure flower or something like that. And all I was getting at first was like images from Treasure Planet. But then I finally found this flower called a Ganzia, which is often referred to as the treasure plant. So it looks close enough. Day 22 was Ghost. And I wasn't really sure what I was going to do for this. And I can't remember if the common hawthorn is called the ghost flower, or I just liked it because it was a white flower. And it was actually the state flower of Missouri. So I had done a few paintings for some Missouri themed like buttons and magnets and Christmas ornaments. And I can insert them here so you can see what those look like. Those are for sale if you want them. Day 23, the prompt was ancient, so I did a coelacanth, which I'm pretty sure how that's pronounced. That's how I'm going to pronounce it either way. And the only reason I know what a coelacanth is because of Animal Crossing. Let's be real. And then there's another game, another Wii game that I like to play. It's called like Endless Ocean. Maybe it's Endless Ocean Blue World. I'm not sure. There's 2 of them. You actually can find a coelacanth. They're kind of weird looking fish. But fish in general are weird. I mean, they're kind of strange. Ooh, they're stuck together. Day 24, the prompt was dizzy. So I did a Lily Oriental Dizzy. This one's nice. I wish this was a paler pink. It's a little bit too pink for me. They're a little bit more white. Definitely is all ink. But that one was really fun. I remember doing that one. Day 25 was tasty. I could have done everything. You know, I could have done oranges. I could have done apples. I could have done any fruit, any vegetable. But what's more tasty than a cocoa bean? So I did a cocoa bean. That one was fun. It was hard. It was hard to get the different shades of brown. I don't remember why, but it was difficult. Day 26 was dark, so I did a little panther. Aww, my Waco's widow eyes. Day 27, the prompt was coat. So one of my favorite things in the spring is when the clover coats the grass. I mean, fresh mown grass is great. It looks nice. I get it. But there's just something I like about the clover, and I get these like little ornamental strawberries and a few other plants. I can't remember their something pans. I don't know. I'll have to look them up. But I love clover, and I like it when they coat. So embrace your weeds, people. They're good for the bees, good for everything, and no noise pollution because lawnmowers suck. Day 28 was ride. I originally had a horse here, but it was hard. I couldn't draw a horse. I was like, you know what? Owls. Sure. Why not? I think it'd be fun to ride an owl. So I did this owl, and he's probably one of my favorites. I can't remember. I think this is a great horned owl. I'll have to look up what kind of owl this was because I don't remember. Day 29 was injured. So I thought, first I was thinking, plants that are medicinal. And I was like, it'd be really fun, a St. Bernard. Because they go and help the injured. And I think he's cute. Could be a she, who knows. Day 30 was Catch, Venus Flytrap. I like the way this turned out, but I think it's just a little bit too pale. I remember this is all ink, but I really watered it down, and I wish I would have been a bit more aggressive with the color. It's fine though. And then last day is day 31, and it was ripe, so I just did a fruit basket, all full of ripe fruit. We got bananas and oranges and apples and whatnot, and that was really fun. So I think that's it. I don't think there's anything else. No, it's just blank pages. You know, there's the back, and so I will definitely be doing Inktober this year. In what manner and where, I'm not sure yet. I don't know if it's going to be in a sketchbook or if I'm going to make another one of these, or I'm going to buy a sketchbook. I wish they made a sketchbook that was just like 30 pages long just for Inktober, because I would totally buy it because it held enough water. Or not, well, liquid, I guess. So we'll see. Usually I do sort of half watercolor, half ink. I probably will just do all ink. I think I'm gonna have to replace some of my inks. They're getting a little old. I've had them for a couple years now, so you know, they're getting kind of gross and a little grody. Like my yellow is completely separated. No matter what I do, it's not coming together anymore, and so I'll have to check that out and maybe buy some more ink. And I definitely want to get some palettes for ink, and I'm gonna do a bit more of that. So that's my Inktober 2019 journey. Let me know if you have done Inktober and how successful you've been. I've only been successful twice, at 2018 and 2019. Been mostly successful the weeks, oh my god, the years before. But so yeah, that's that. Like always, stay safe, wash your hands, and ride a bike. Bye.